All right. Next up, we're going to talk about the 4-day split. So this is for people who can commit to training 4 days a week during this program. Okay? And there's going to be 3 different phases of the 4-day split. Okay? So first one is going to be here. And this one would be for somebody who's new or just someone who's still making pretty good progress and gains in the 3-day version. Okay, so all that is you'll run the 3-day version. So again, let's say you're working out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You would follow the phases of the 3-day version, 3 days a week, and then you'll add in the ancillary workout. Okay, so basically you're still making progress on training 3 days a week, still able to get it in within 90 minutes. Okay, I'd rather have you do that and then do an ancillary day as your 4th workout. We'll talk about that workout here in a little bit. Okay, so that's just your first. Again, works really well for somebody who's new and or still just making beginner gains. Okay, phase 2. Okay, phase 2. This is one I'm going to generally recommend to most people. Especially if you've already ran this program a couple times and your numbers are pretty good. This is going to be, phase 2 is going to be where you want to kind of start out. And I'd also encourage those of you who've been training 3 days a week for a while that maybe would like to jump it up to 4 days a week to also try to do this one. Okay? All this one is, it basically splits it up into a lower body day and an upper body day. So you'll basically do, again, let's use the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, those of you training on those days, okay? So Monday you would come in and you would do A, which is you just do your squat for 3 sets of 5 and your deadlift for a set of 5, okay? And that's it. So it's just lower body exercises working those days. Then on Wednesday you'd come in and you do an upper body day. So you would do the bench 3x5 and the press 3x5, okay? And you come in Friday and you hit A again, so a lower body day. Okay, squat, deadlift. And then when you're coming in that open gym day on Saturday, you do the upper again, bench, press. Okay? This is nice because even if you're really, really strong and you have to take really long breaks, you can still get this in within 60 to 90 minutes. Okay, so you're only doing 2 lifts instead of 3. So usually can get through it pretty quick. And since it's split up in upper and lower, you can do these consecutively and be fine. So, like, again, if you're doing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then coming into open gym on Saturday, that Friday, Saturday, since it's lower one day, upper one day, is no problem. Or if you have to make up on a Tuesday or Thursday, it's not really a big deal. You can do these, multiple days in a row. I would suggest, though, still at least trying to get one rest day in between upper, lower, a rest day, upper, lower, okay? So you're still at least getting one rest day there. But it's kind of nice it works that, convenient, and you can still progress. And really the only downside to it is you're only squatting 2 days a week. But again, if you've kind of built up your squat already where it's pretty strong, 2 days a week squatting is fine, okay? Phase 3, kind of similar to how we jumped the phases on the 3-day plan. All phase 3 is your deadlift is starting to slow down, and deadlifting twice a week is no longer manageable. Okay, you're not recovering workout to workout, or you're kind of maybe stalling. So that's the case. Okay, you jump to phase 3, and on your A lower body day, so let's say again Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Monday you come in, you do your squat, deadlift, so just your normal lower body day. Okay, if you have time, I also throw some chin-ups in there. If you have time, you can work some chin-ups. All right. And then your upper body stays the same. Bench, press. I did throw dips in there in this phase 2. If you have extra time, do some dip work to get just a little extra upper body assistance. Okay? But then when you come in on Friday, instead of squat and deadlifting, you're going to squat and either do the row or the power clean. Okay? So it gives your lower back a little bit of break. Again, if you got time, do some chin-ups for some extra upper back pulling work. And then Saturday, same thing, bench, press, dips if you have time. Okay? I know I'm going to get asked this, so can we do this 5 days a week? Technically you could. Okay? So 5 days a week would be, you would be doing the 4 day training plan, but then you would add in the ancillary day. Okay? That's fine, maybe starting off, but eventually you're going to get to the point where you're not recovering enough, and you're going to need to cut that ancillary day just out of the program. Let's talk about the ancillary day workout. So the ancillary workout works really good for those doing the 3-day phase because it gives you another opportunity to work on the bench press and the overhead press. We all know those are typically what stalls first. Your upper body just can't keep up with your lower body. So it gives you another day to do bench or press, okay? And the way this would work, if you're doing the 3-day phase, okay, if you press twice that week, then you would bench. If you bench twice that week, then you would press. So that way each week you're getting 2 bench, 2 pressing, okay? And then I threw in some barbell curls, okay, some lying tricep extensions. These are more for satisfying your ego because I know half of you are going to want to do bicep curls anyway, so might as well just throw them in there, all right? You know who you are. And then I threw in some things like chin-ups, dips, glute ham raises, just some extra assistance work to help you out with the main lifts, okay? But this is all dependent on how you're recovering. If you know, a lot of people, when you start off, like I said, you can start off, you can add that in as either a 4th day or a 5th day, okay? But eventually it's going to interfere with the main programming. Once that does, you need to cut that workout out, okay? But it is an excellent way, if you can, to get some extra work in, extra volume, okay? So just keep that in mind. Other than that, I think that's it for the 4-day split. So we'll cut out and we'll move on to the Texas method for powerlifters.